Hello everybody and welcome to Farming Simulator 22. It's been a while since we've done any farming games on this channel. The last time we did obviously was in the older version, FS19, and we did a map called Stone Valley. We wanted it, basically we paused that one. We did a few episodes on that and we paused it because we were going to go into Farming Simulator 22. We just never got round to it. It just never happened when it released. So we're a little bit late to it, but we are here now. I suppose it's good in one way because mods have come out for it, there's been more maps have come out for it, so we've got more things to explore in here now. There's been a few patches as well that have come out from Giants, so it's making the gameplay a little bit better. So we decided to start this series on one of the base maps that come with the game. It's called Elm Creek. We've landed in here. Now, I've gone for the farm manager mode, which means we don't get anything. You don't get any land, you don't get any equipment, you don't get a house, you don't get nothing. But they do give you a nice chunk of change for the bank account. We do end up with 1.5 million in the bank. And if you've never played this game, you're probably thinking, 1.5 million? That's going to go a long way. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. No, not when the combines. To buy one of them brand new is nearly 500,000 on its own. You've got to be careful. And you've got to start off leasing things. So the thing that we need to do really is, as we're going to start this off, it's going to progress as we go. So the new things that we've got in this game, then, if you know nothing about Farm Simulator, from 19 to this one, we have what's called productions. So where, like in the old one, you could just simply farm, well, now you can take it a step further. So like if you've got a field of wheat, you can harvest that. You can then go buy the production, which is the grain mill, and you can go take your wheat there and you can, you know, have it processed into flour. And then flour, you can either sell the pallets of flour on for a bit more money than the, you know, the grain itself. You can then buy another production like the bakery, and you can take the flour to the bakery and it will do bread and cakes, and you can progress like that, and then obviously sell the bread for more, etc, etc, etc. You know, you could just keep going on. There's a lot of productions in FS22, and that's what we're going to have a look at. So we've got to start from the beginning. And it's going to be a little bit of a slow start because, as everything is, you've got to start slowly, you've got to start small, and we've got to start trying to build up. But hopefully, as the episodes go on, we will progress. We will be able to buy some productions. And we're going to try and do it without any loan. And like I said, 1.5 million sounds a lot. It will go pretty quick, so we've got to be careful. So what I've done already is I've gone on, and if we're going to have a quick look on the map here, you'll see I've already gone and bought a couple of fields. So this little blue area you can see here, 44, 45 and 46. It's the area that you would start if you were in new farmer mode, which is where you get fields, land and some equipment. And I think it's 100,000. You don't think you get the 1.5 mil. That's the farm manager mode, which is what we're in now. Only because I wanted to sort of start from scratch and just sort of, you know, get everything myself. But I do think this is a good place to start. Yes, the fields are a little bit small. It's a good place to start. Now, the thing is, we don't get a house. And you could lose a lot of money on a house. We get, you know, we've got the barn. Although, if I'm honest, these are removable. So there's like a barn, and then this. From when I actually played this, I have played this map, like obviously off camera. And this wasn't here. This was just like flat land. So that's been put in one of the patch updates, and it's just a building, and I'm not really exactly sure what it is or you can do anything. I don't think you can do anything with it. It's just a building. I thought maybe it was like a shed or it's something you can use to store, but you can't get any. You can do nothing with it. So it's just there. Now I think you'll be able to remove that as well. So if we wanted, like if we didn't need this barn, we can remove it. And I have done that in like my off-screen play of this map, because it's a nice place to put a nice silo. Because again, you've got, you know, you might think it's a silo. It's not. There's no way you can store any grain or anything in here. And there's obviously not one on here. We've got like a little, I say workshop, but it's not the actual farm sim, you know, workshop where you can go and like customize your tractors and fix things. It's just like a nice looking, you know, the map creator has made this. but it doesn't actually function as a workshop like you probably know in the game. We can shoot some hoops if we want to have a go at. I'm not going to try that on controller. I'm no good at that. So we need to start from scratch, really. And like I said, I've bought 3 fields, which you can see 2 just in front and 1 just over there. I think there's canola in one, oats in another, and good old sunnies in this one. As you can see, they're not quite ready yet. If I put the HUD back on for you, you'll be able to see the money, the time, the map, and you can see everything here. So we've got 1.3, yeah, just over 1.3 million. That's because 3 fields and our house, ladies and gents, is this. I found this as a mod. It's wonderful, like static caravan. And obviously you need this because you need to be able to go up to it and be able to sort of sleep, you know, at the end of the night, so you can fast forward on to the next day. We're running seasons because seasons, you know, is part of FS22, and you can turn them off if you want, but it's nice to have them on. At the minute we're in August, so you know, nice hot temperatures. But we're doing 1-day seasons at the minute, so 1 day is 1 month. So we have to be a little bit careful, because as soon as you fast forward or sleep, you go into the next month, and that means things could go completely out of whack. So if we're going to have a quick look on here, you'll see this is the crop calendar. And at the minute being in August, you can see the blue line going down the screen. You can see obviously the harvest seasons in like a goldy kind of yellowy color, and planting seasons in green. The keys at the bottom there for you. So you can see at the minute, if we wanted to, we can harvest wheat. We can harvest canola and oats, which is why I think my canola and oats are good to go. We said sunflowers, as you can see, sunflowers, October before we can do them. So we've got, you know, a couple more months before we can do anything with them. So that's not too bad. So I think we've got oats over here. As you can see, they're only small fields, so we're not going to get a massive amount off them. So what we'll probably do is just harvest them, sell them straight away. I'm still contemplating what to do with this barn, because we could put a silo here. I'm not sure, really. I think that might go, because it would be nice to have a silo sort of here out the way. Otherwise, it's in the way of the fields. But before we do that, we need to sort of sort some things out. So, with the 1.3 million we've got, we need to go into the shop and we need to go and have a look at tractors. Now, I'm going to buy a tractor straight off, because we're going to need one. And there's a lot of tractors, as you can see on here, and I like to go for the Fendt, and I like the 1000, because this thing's, it's just, I mean, look at that. It's just beauty. So good. So we just need to have a look through and see what kind of tires we want to get on this thing. I don't know if it really makes a massive difference. It's just the sort of the look of them, as you can see. So we'll go for some Mitch. I'm going to keep it standard. Again, I'm not sure how, like, all the wheel weights and stuff and like wide tires. I mean, yeah, okay, look, we'll go wide. We'll go wide. Oh, it does look good. That does. We'll go wide, and obviously we know, being a bloke, we've got to go for the most power that we can. So 517 horses in this thing. These things you don't need to worry about, the headland management and that. These are just all for, these are extra mods that have been put into my system for just, you know, extra mods really. And this is, well, if you want to do for the precision farming, if you want to do all the, as it says, detect all the nitrogen levels and stuff. We've got little sensors you can just see on the mirrors and stuff. But we're not going to get into any of that now. We can, you know, upgrade to that if we want. I'm not going to bother putting a license plate on. You can actually do that as well. If you've not seen him, you can actually add a license plate on it. You can put your name, or you can, you know, go for the one that it comes up with by default. You can put anything you want on there, really. And you can pick if you want it on the front or on the back. But I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. I could put my name on it, but we're just going to leave them without any plates in the minute. So we're going to go for one of them, the fastest we can. 371,000, which is nice and expensive. So that is going to be over at the shop, so we can literally tab through. And if you're not sure where we are, on the shop is just over here. Now you can get a mod where it will allow you to place a shop, and I have got that on my system here, but at the minute we're just going to stick with over here. So let's fire the old girl up, and what we're going to do, let's go and head over now, because we've got to think about a combine as well. Now, we're not going to buy one of them outright. I know we might need one, but I just think, because once you've kind of harvested the field, It's kind of it, really, isn't it? It just sits and doesn't go anywhere. So I just think the best thing to do is maybe just lease him for now, because they're very expensive. So we'll take this back over to the farm, and then we're going to have a look and see what kind of combine we're going to get. I'm looking at, I think, the New Holland. I do like the New Hollands. There's a load on there that we can go for. But the New Holland for me. And we've got a little path in the middle here. I like this little path we can go through. So we've got canola there to the left. Sunny's on the right. And then oats over here. So really, it is a small field. We're not going to get much off that. Let's just go and park that in here for now. No beacons. Look at that. Beautiful. Right, let's just go and turn that off. And then we need to go and have a look and see. So what are we going to go for in the shop? Let's have a look. Harvester. See, you've got the normal New Holland here, which they are, you know, it's really nice. Look at that. What a beauty. But I have got a lot, as you can see. And this one here has just got a slight little tweak to it. It's got a few more horses. Goes a little bit faster. Holds a little bit more. I think the other one's 9,000 litres. This is 14.5. And it goes 24. I think the other one's 18. So just a little bit. But, I mean, look at this. What a beaut. What a beaut. So I think we're going to lease this one. And then we need to get the matching header as well. So let's go and let's go back and let's have a look. So we're going to need a header for the sunflowers as well. But we don't need that yet because we've got a couple of months before that appears. You know, they're not ready yet. So we're just going to get a normal one now because we've got canola to do and we've got oats to do. So let's go and lease this. 4.5 grand to lease that, and then we need to go back and we need to get the machine itself. So let's make sure we click lease and not buy. 21,930, 4,300 per work day, and 9,000 per work hour. So let's hope we don't have it more than an hour, shall we? So let's go and lease that then, and then we can go and tab through and look at this thing. Oh, now that's a beauty. So let's go use the machine itself. We might as well go and tow this back. So we've got 2 fields to do which are ready to go right now. If we just go and have a quick look on here as well, you can see this is the precision farming add-on, the DLC to this. But as you can see, there's nothing showing at the minute because these fields have literally been bought and there's nothing going on. So we need to get started on these. This will start to take effect as we start to, like, you know, harvest, as we start to fertilize. You'll start seeing things will start showing up with different colors here. So I'll show you that as we go through. But at the minute, you can see on here, if we go across and have a look, 46 and 44 are ready to harvest. Our sunflowers are still not yet. If you look at 47, just a bit below, you'll see that's like the last stage of growing before it's ready to turn to the harvest. As you can see, we're still a couple of stages off yet, and as you saw on the calendar, looking on here, October is before sunflowers are ready to harvest. We're in August at the minute, so yeah, we're not quite there yet. So let's go take this over. Hope no traffic's coming. If I'm honest, I can't remember if I left the traffic on or off. Looking a bit dead on the road, so I'm assuming I've turned the traffic off. This is a nice machine, this. Look at this. There's the bakery to the left as well. If you're wondering, you can buy that. And then that's when you can send your, like, grain to it and the flour. Sorry, you use the grain mill and then send the flour to the bakery. There's so many productions you can get on here. It's and it just depends how far you want to take it. You can still play the game as just normal farming without any productions, or you can go down the production route, which I think we will do. But to buy them, I think it's about 80 to 100 grand, like, per production, depending on which one you get. Some are a little bit more expensive. There's a sawmill as well. So let's spin this around. This is a massive header, and I don't think this is any sort of special, like, add-on header. I do think this is actually part of it. Let's go and open this up. I've got to try and remember the controls as well. All looking pretty good. So go connect up to it. And now we've got to fold the header bits in and fold the wheels up and the bar. There we go. Right, so we might collect the straw from the oats. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do that on the canola. There was back in FS19, there was a mod, I think, called Straw Me, which I'm not sure if you heard about that. It allowed you to do like canola straw, corn straw, and you could basically get the straw, and it was, you get a bit more price off them as well. It was pretty good, but I don't think that's actually made it to FS22 just yet. So let's try and figure out how do we drop this down, turn this on. Let's start. Look at that pattern. So if you look in the bottom corner as well, you'll see there's a little map, and you might see that the map has now changed because obviously we're now starting to harvest. Precision farming DLC is kicked in, and you can see it's starting to give us a bit of a reading of what the yield is. So we're going to have a look on here now. You'll see if we look across at things, you'll see the yield. It's showing you the scale on the side. It's not looking too bad. It's not the best, but when you buy obviously the fields from scratch, nothing's been done to them. They've not been like plowed, they've not been limed, not been fertilized. Literally, as you can see, it's had nothing done to it. So they're just plain, which is why 50%, what are we working there about? Between what, 60-ish, 55, 60, maybe up to 65, 70% yield. It's not great. If you look at what we can get, it can be a lot higher. So yeah, we're just going to have to sort of harvest these now. So I don't think it's worth actually keeping this. We might sort of sell this and basically start again, sort of thing. But it's here. We got the fields with them in. We're not going to waste them. And you never know, it might pick up a little bit as we go through. So I'm going to finish this off, and I'll see you when this and the oat field is done. So I might have forgot then that we need a couple of trailers to put the grains in. So I normally go for these. They're a bit of a nightmare to kind of back up on that, but they're really handy because, you know, just a couple of little ones that you can fit in, like a couple of grains, especially for these two fields, would be ideal for this. We might, you know, upgrade as we go on. Let's see. Let's put this one in the back. Why not? So we can put the canola in here. There's not too much in here. And I think we're going to find the best place to try and sell these. So there's that one. Let's fold the pipe up and then let's just go over here. Tractor's just off the road. Let's go and do the oats over here. We can get through without wiping anything out. So with the oats, and what we can do is we can open a menu as well, and we can have a look, and it will tell us about enable the straw swath. So we can do that, and then let's kick the thing in. We're not going to get a massive amount off this, but this looks like it's yielded a bit better than the old canola did. So we've got plenty of fields that we can sort of progress to on here. Like I said, there's a lot we can do on here. A lot of productions. We just got to start off with the basics at the minute. These fields were good. They're going to be good. They'd be a nice place to start. Now, what do we do with the straw? Do we just get it up? Do we bale it? There's so many different options and like routes we can go down. At the minute, we've got nowhere to store things. I mean, we could bale it and we could store it. We have got the barn just sort of across the way. The could store some in there. I mean, you know, it's going to be a little while, I think, before we get animals. So do we just sort of hoover it up and get rid of it? Do we maybe get rid of the barn and buy a big silo and store the straw in there? Because again, it will come in handy. There's so many options we could do. I like the little bridges that we've got as well that you can go across. They look quite good. Look at that. Let's get this last little bit up. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. So we'll leave the straw there for a little bit. We've not got to worry. It's not like in FS19 where, you know, stuff like that was left on the ground. It would degrade. It doesn't seem to do that in FS22. So that's a bonus. So let's see which is going to be the best side. I think we're going to... Let's back up for the first one. So we didn't even get 2,000 litres. See, there's just not much in these fields. But every little helps. So that's why it's a bonus to go for like these 2 trailers like this. Because it does come in nice and handy. So let's just leave this here for now. Let's turn this off. Let's jump back into the tractor. Now we need to see where's going to be the best place. Let's have a look. So you can see on there now they're showing up harvested. If we go down to the precision farming mod, you'll see that that field 46 didn't look good at all. We did better off 44, but obviously they've not been treated properly. So when they're treated, they'll be a lot better. And yeah, we'll get a better yield off and we'll get, you know, just that same field, we'll probably get double the amount off it. So it's worth doing properly. We knew the first one was going to be a little bit sketchy, but it's a good place to start. So let's have a look. Where can we find this then? Let's go and have a look what we've got. We've got oats. When's the best price to oats? So the best price to sell oats is in Jan. Which I suppose makes sort of sense, really. You know, harvesting, everyone's harvesting and everyone's going to be selling. So where we are now, August, is the worst time possible. So do we still just sell it because there's such little amounts? Do we sort of take a bit of a hit on this occasion, or do we just get a silo? You know what, that might be the best thing to do. We've got to get a silo. So we might just get a silo and just store them for now. Wait till the prices pick up a little bit. It's silly to get rid of them, you know, while the prices are low. Plus we've got still got to have the combine because we've still got to do the sunflowers as well. So I'm really adamant about getting rid of the barn right in front of us and putting the silo there. Let's just go and have a quick look and see if it will let us. If I can remember how we do this, if it will let us. I think it's this one here. If we go down to the construction, will it let us get rid of this? It's coming up blue, as you can see. So it's showing that we can get rid of this. So let's just go across to demolish. I mean, I know it looks nice. I know you've also got the underground bit there, which you can sort of store pallets in. But it doesn't really do anything for us. You know, you sort of see this silo thing here, you think, oh, you can store like grain in it. You can't, unless you can, and I'm just being really stupid. But I don't think you can. Can we get rid of this as well? Yes, you can. You see, I've always put a greenhouse there for like lettuce, strawberries, or tomatoes. So I think we're going to get rid of this. Let's demolish this. Will it let us get rid of it? Oh, you see, we can get 50,000. Yeah, let's do that then. So that can go. We've got to do a bit of landscaping there. And then what about this as well? Can this go as well? Oh, you can. It's just decoration. So that's not going to give us any money back. But then a greenhouse will go nicely there. So we could do that while we're here. We're going to have to do some work on that because of the underground bit. Look at that. And then let's just have a quick look across and see. Productions. Greenhouse. You see, there's a lot of greenhouses we can get. So for 10,000, we can get a nice little one here. What's the difference with these? You see, these ones take in... You get extra little bits on these ones. Look. So we could go for one like... Something like this. It fits really well over here, doesn't it, you see? But I'm not sure, you see, about this one, because you need to put in a lot more in these ones. These are mod ones. These are normal ones where you just simply put water in. I am tempted just to sort of put one of these here. So we'll spin it around, actually, because the water's there. You can see the water tanker at the front. So we spin it around and put it this way. Let's just zoom out a little bit and see. The pallets are gonna, you can just see in the grass there. We'll have to do a little bit of editing on the ground a bit. You can just see the pallets are gonna come out this way here. On the right, you can just see the little yellow and black box. So if we could put one of these here, because this is another way of, you know, making us some money as well. We can sell it straight from here. You can also distribute it as well. So if you get the bakery, you can have the cake option, which means you need strawberries. So you can have this, then distributing the strawberries straight to the bakery, or you can sell it straight from the greenhouse, or you can get it to pop out as pallets, and then you can take it somewhere. So I think it'd be nice to get one of these, you know, straight away. I think that looks pretty good, just about there. Let's go and have a quick, mind the gap. Look at this. Wow. So I'm going to do some work on that. That can take a bit of time, so I'm going to do that off camera, I think. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Nice size greenhouse. Looking pretty good. So yeah, the pallets will all spawn here. And then we can open the doors. We can go in. And as you can see, so all we need to put in is water. And then you get all this coming out. So we can either get tomatoes, lettuce, or strawberries. That's not bad. You hold a fair amount as well. At the minute, they're all going to be storing. We need to get some water, so we won't do that at the minute. We'll sort that out on the next episode. And also, we'll do something with this straw as well. I think we might just try and, like, get it up. And then put it into a silo, which we are going to put here as well. So, you know, I don't think this has been a bad little start, this. We've done a couple of fields. We've had a quick look around the place. We've got a tractor and we've got some trailers. I'm going to sort this out off camera, and then in the next episode, we're going to buy a silo. We'll have a quick look, shall we? Let's have a quick look and see what can we purchase. I keep forgetting. It's in constructions. All the menus are completely different from the last, you know, FS19 to this one. And it just still now takes me a bit of getting used to. So let's have a look. See, productions, these are what you can get as well. I can show you some of these for the bakery. Look at that. So this map has all the productions on it, but you can, if you're on a map which doesn't have productions on it, you can put down your own. So you've got carpentry. Get this. I mean, the stunning buildings. There really are. There's a lot of work been put into them. The dairy. Look at that. Without zooming in too close to that. Just look at that. How cool does that look? So you can move it around wherever you want. Does look cool, that does. There's the grain mill. So you see, you can actually put one right here on your own farm if you want. But there's nice ones already built into the map, and I'll show you them on other episodes as we progress. But for now, though, I think we just need to sort that hole out. Get some water. We need to get a little water tanker as well. Yeah, it's looking good. It's a good start. It's always going to be a bit slow to start with. But hopefully we'll be able to progress and maybe buy some of the fields over here. I mean, there's a lot of fields. Look at this as well. Deer. Didn't see that in FS19, did you? Well, it's definitely been a good start then. So, then we're going to leave it here for this episode. Thank you so much for watching then. I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn the little bell on so you get notified when I upload the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.